Tornado, reigning champions. They're back. But here to usurp their crown, 7 pretenders to the throne come a-riding on the wings of Heat E,
2,
doom and destruction.
Activate.
Let the wars begin!
Tornadoes twist and turn, but will the storm be blown out?
Watch this space, there could be something interesting.
Unique, powerful, intensely driven Tornado, the title defense starts here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Oh yes, welcome to Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. And the good news is, there's now prize money up for grabs, but it comes at a price. Because up until now, if a robot's been immobilised, the house robots have had to go easy. But no more. This year, if a robot's not moving, they've got free rein to trash it till you can post it through a letterbox. If a robot fails, it's going to get nailed. That's the price of failure. Let the wars begin!
With 2 bolt-breaking first-round heats featuring reigning UK and Euro champion Tornado. Saws and lifters will challenge. The house robots will prowl. The rivals will growl. A terrific first battle. Then battle 2, a barber's pole causing damage to goal. A flipper, a spinner, a slicing saw will leave you wanting more.
From Sawtree in Cambridgeshire and number 1 seed, Tornado.
Here they are, the reigning champs and the number 1 seeds.
You got anything up your sleeve this year, Andrew?
Well, after the rule changes last year, we've had to ditch a couple of weapons. We've got a couple of new ones though, so watch this space, there could be something interesting.
Your weapons are all under here. Which is your favourite?
Favourite? Ooh, might have to have a new favourite, but we haven't tried it out yet. So we'll see how
What
it
is
goes.
it? What is it?
Ooh, it might involve a disc.
Really?
It has a small vertical disc, a large vertical bar spinner, lifters, a chain flail, all interchangeable, a durable chassis, but it's vulnerable to flippers.
From Cheshire in Buckinghamshire, Sawpoint 2.
Made its debut in the last wars, lost in round 1.
Weaknesses, well, we built it. It's got weak welding, it's cheap, nasty, it cost us all of about £200 to build it, but that's the way we like it. It is not going home.
This is their description. 4 hypersonic nuclear fusions, granny afterburners, rusty metal, badly welded, covered with plasters, unreliable, and the team captain's bad too.
From Stanwick in Northamptonshire, U2.
A lamb to the slaughter in the 5th Wars.
Used to be Landsey.
That's right, yeah. And we didn't have a very good weapon on Lamsey, so we felt that this time we had to put something decent on. Lamsey was strong, tough, it stood up to everything, but it wasn't aggressive enough. So we've gone for U2, big flipper, and we hope to throw him out the arena this time.
Hope it's better than Lamsey. That was awful. This is a wheel bot running on 24-volt motors with a powerful flipper, steel frame and aluminium tread pad panels, but no armour underneath.
From Murphy in West Yorkshire, Devastator.
First time in Robot Wars, looks devastating enough.
What's your biggest weakness?
We haven't got one.
You've got no weaknesses.
No weaknesses
robot.
at all. No.
I can't think of any.
This is a robot without weaknesses. I think we've found the champion. We can stop the whole show, everybody! Not really, you've still got to go in there. You've still got to go in there!
No weaknesses, right. The tyres are exposed, the gaping mouth can be easily hooked. The weapon is powerful, slight wedge shape, runs both ways, up at 16 watts, not bad.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. On the left-hand side, U2, captained by Ian Lockhart. Devastator, captained by Stuart Bunting. Tornado on the left, Andrew Marchant's the captain. Gordon Johncock captains the Sawpoint 2 team. In the arena for the House Robots, there's Mr. Psycho and Matilda.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So watch for the reigning champions, Tornado, quick to the arena centre there and about to take on very, very quickly Devastator, nudging Devastator towards the arena sidewall and into the CPZ. That's where the House Robots patrol, of course. U2 in the centre of the arena taking on Saw Point 2. Saw Point 2 to try and get the blades into action. In comes Mr. Psycho, because Devastator is still in that CPZ. Mr. Psycho has the huge hammer about to come blasting down. Tornado very, very quick across the arena floor, as we know. Top speed only 10 miles an hour, but over a few yards, it's very, very nippy. Turning away from trouble immediately. U2 trying to get the lifter into work there on Saw Point 2. Devastator's away from Mr. Psycho, but not away from Tornado. Slams back into the CPZ. And that tail blade of Matilda. Pink, lurid, awful. Devastator saw it and ran away. Into the arena centre once again. Good melee here. Tornado hasn't caused too much damage, but it's a very durable machine. The reigning European and UK champions. Tends to get stronger as the series goes on. Pushes into Devastator. Very well controlled again, Tornado, by Andrew Marchant, an electro-acoustic engineer by trade. U2 isn't doing too badly at all in the arena centre. Once again, trying to get that flipper just to lift Saw Point 2. Devastator seems to lack a little bit of control. There we can see the Saw Point 2 discs. It has pincers as well. Where's U2 going? Ah, I see. Pit release. Okay. Good controlled driving. Tornado trying to push Saw Point 2 onto Devastator's spinning disc there. Devastator in trouble as Mr. Psycho comes in again. Get away! Caught between the two House Robots. Lack of experience in there, I think, from Devastator. First time in the Robot Wars. Mr. Psycho, go on, get your hammer to work. It's not just to be held up aloft like some bauble on the Christmas tree. What's wrong with your hammer? Get your hammer down, sir. Oh, what's the matter with Mr. Psycho? You need to take him outside, Matilda, and give him a right good seeing to. Horrible thought. U2 about to push Saw Point 2 into the pit. One shove. No two shoves, though. Come on. Yes, slowly, 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 slowly. Saw Point 2 hanging on in there momentarily. Great defence. Can he get enough traction just to move away? Saw Point 2. Oh, it's agonising. It's over. Ta-ta. Okay, they've gone. Which leaves now 2 from 3 remaining machines to go through to the second round of this heat. Oh, well, Devastator, are they pitted? Not quite. Link? You are the missing link in this particular battle, I think. Cease is cool. Fairly evident who's gone out, eh? Technically, counts as a pitting. And UK champions are all on. Tornado.
Saw Point and Devastator in the pits. U2 and Tornado go through to the next round. Join us after the break for more Robot Mayhem.
Coming up, another great first round fight with Barbarous 2 in a bit, Leveler 2 and Tetanus Booster. Who'll get the needle? Who will flip? Who will flop? And surely there's supposed to be a fourth machine out there, isn't there? Already out of Heat E of the 7th Wars, Devastator and Saw Point 2, leaving the reigning UK champions Tornado and U2 to smoothly cruise through to round 2.
Welcome back to Robot Wars and the second fight of the night. 4 new robots. Only 2 can survive.
From Buxton in Derbyshire, Leveler 2.
The arena's a great leveler. It'll flatten anything.
You've got a flipper.
Yes.
I love the flippers. Describe what he does.
It's a basic wedge-shaped robot. You can get under things, you can flip them up. With a bit of luck, you can flip them out, which we hope to be able to do, get somebody out the arena. Everybody with a flipper wants to get somebody out the arena, don't they?
Electrically driven wedge-shaped with the front CO2 flipper, steel tube frame, alloy and polycarb, fast, manoeuvrable, strong, but inexperienced.
From Ludlow in Shropshire, Tetanus Booster.
got the needle in previous wars. Could give the championship a real shot in the arm, though.
You've been here quite a few times, haven't you?
Yeah.
Never got past the second round.
No.
Why do you think that is?
Probably wasn't simple or strong enough.
And you've improved, you've made it simple and strong.
Yeah.
So do you think you're going to get past the second round this time?
Probably not, no.
Four-wheel driven with the spinny disc, big motors, 3 at 30 amps, strong, simple, cheap. Could get a nasty jab.
From Horsham in West Sussex, Barbados 2 and a bit.
Got a short back and sides in the 6th Wars.
The drum will spin round, and these are just like a kinetic flipper. Anything it hits, it'll just throw up into the air, destroy, or whatever.
Destroy. And the yellow bits?
The yellow bits are to push against. As the wheel turns, these tip back or forwards, depending which way we're going, and then the wheel is able to drive forwards against the floor.
So a twisty-turny full-body spinner now with rubber wheels and those barbs and teeth, 250-watt bicycle hub motors. It's made of plastic. Ha ha ha! It's made of plastic!
From Burgess Hill in West Sussex, Thunderpants.
To be honest, this has been utter pants in previous wars, and looks as if it is again. Come on, you've got to get out of those doors to compete. Ref bot, red card. Thunderpants has gone already. 3 remain. Let's have a look at the teams. Barbarous 2 and a bit there on the left-hand side. Simon Rafferty captaining, and Tetanus Booster captained by Paul Snook on the right. And the Leveller 2 team, 2 David McLachlans amongst those 3. In the arena for the House Robots, we have Growler, our pet pooch. Ooh, there's his owner, Mr. Psycho. Horrible.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So only 3 remain after the wonderful, wonderful competitive spirit of Thunderpants. Leveller 2 has a little flippability problem and is turned over by Barbarous 2 and a bit. No orthodox flipper, but it has those barbs and teeth to flip an opponent over. And Tetanus Booster in there with a slam as well. Can get up to 18 miles an hour in the arena. Tetanus Booster is the fastest out there right now. Barbarous 2 and a bit is moving, is it? Ref, what, you better check on that. I'm not too sure. And the Barbarous 2 and a bit is still mobile. I think the effort of spinning and flipping has taken too much out of the motors there. The 250-watt bicycle hub motors of Barbarous 2 and a bit, I don't think, are moving. Refbot, do you? Have a check? Have a quick look. Oh, Leveller 2! Part of the rear armour taken off by Tetanus Booster. Tetanus Booster, very, very impressive so far. Leveller 2 sustaining real damage here. The alloy and polycarb not up to it. Barbarous 2 and a bit counted out. So as long as the other 2 remain okay at this stage, they'll go through. There's the Refbot cam, and there, of course, is Mr. Psycho. And down to earth with a crunch comes the Barber's pole. Up it goes. Where it lands, no one knows. Well, we do, with a bit of a crunch. Good start by Barbarous 2 and a bit, but a horrible ending. Even worse now, in the claw of Mr. Psycho. Where will it go? Out of the arena, in the pit? What do you fancy? Drop zone? I'll have a word with Mr. Psycho for you and try and persuade him. Put it on the floor flipper. The drop zone, Mr. Psycho. Now, don't put it down the pit. Oh. I'm going to argue with you. There it goes. Barbarous 2 and a bit out.
Cease.
Shake of the head. Back to the barbershop quartet.
Thunderpants never even made it into the arena. Barbarous gets absolutely battered. Tetanus Booster and Leveller 2, they go through.
Confirmation then, Tetanus Booster and Leveller 2 through to the next stage of Heat E. This is how they'll line up. Tetanus Booster will fight U2 and Leveller 2 will meet the reigning champs, Tornado.
Let's take time out from the 7th Wars for tonight's special event. Throughout the series, we're also going to be hosting the Featherweight Championship. So, hey, let's bring them on!
Roboteers, stand by.
Craig, with 7 teeny Titans, 2 will win through, already through to the featherweight final. Rip and Prince of All from an earlier battle in the series. There's Bernard, DTK, mini Dan Tom Kia, Staglet, a mini Stag. And they're the 3 teams together. Bernard on the left, DTK in the middle, and Staglet on the right-hand side, captained by Terry Martin. So Typhoon Cadet. There's Alienator and Cutlet, a mini Lamsey. Finally, Mammoth. The teams. Alienator on the left-hand side, a bit of a squeeze. Carl Asplin, there's the Mammoth team next to him. Cutlet at the back and Typhoon Cadet on the right-hand side. In the arena for the house robots, Matilda, she'll seem mighty by comparison. So will he, Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1.
Check the difference in size between these featherweight mini robots and Sir Killalot when you get the chance. Little DTK's doing good work there in the yellow. That's the walking robot, Mammoth. Because it's a walker, it can be twice the weight of the others. It's 24 kilos. Walking fairly briskly as well for a walker. Next to it, little Alienator. Oh, good speed away across the arena floor. Can get up to 20 miles an hour. 12 kilos in weight. Typhoon Cadet spinning away using the side blades as it spins. Little push there from Alienator. The Staglet is involved as well, captained by Terry Martin. Young David's in his team, 12 years of age. Good driving there by Terry. David's his tactician. Now who's doing the pushing and who's doing the pulling between Staglet and Alienator, who breaks away. Gets a little slam in there as well. Cutler was involved. Good push by Bernard as well. DTK, top of your picture in the yellow. Alienated, well, he's pushed the pit release button, so it's a question of who stays out now. Pit, 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 they cry. The ref bot's out there in the middle, just having a little bit of a check. Mammoth may end up down the pit, the walker. It'll take until Christmas of the year 2015 to get it down there, mind you. Oh, Cutler's over. They've got a little flipper to self-right. Can they use it? They'll need to. Mammoth is doing some pushing. Typhoon Cadet is spinning wildly. Here we go. Very slow. Oh, well done. Oh, another one's gone. Oh, dear, Stagler, they were so good and they've driven themselves in. Terrific stuff. Oh, you're never going to lift Mammoth, surely. Look at that. The guts and determination out there. The little legs look walking, but they're going nowhere. That's the drop zone, actually, as well. Got to get out of there. Alienator right by the pit release is being counted down. Can't be any life left then in those motors, the 12-volt motors. Carl Asplin, who designed it, is also driving it, and he's driving it away. He's got away from you, Redbot. Is that allowed? Well, it's cheeky. And GTK is about to make him pay. The Redbot's nonplussed. Totally lost for words. There is Typhoon Cadet doing very little. I tell you what, impressive so far has been Bernard on a very quiet scale. Just see him there behind the Redbot. Typhoon Cadet's going nowhere. That's where the Redbot is counting Typhoon Cadet out any second now. So they've gone. Staglet gone. Cutlet gone. That leaves Bernard, DTK, Alienator and Mammoth still out there. Alienator's a cheeky little thing, isn't he? Away across the arena again, but Bernard, I like the look of Bernard. Very quiet, effective work. Typhoon, how high was that? Typhoon Cadet. That was nearly out of the war zone completely. That nearly ended up in row L. And it crashed down, and it hits a kilo. Look at the look. Oh dear. Okay. So now it's Mammoth's turn to get the count. Didn't really self-right. DTK will push on Alienator. Mammoth gone. Leaving 3. Won't be much left of that. When it gets hit by your common garden kitchen utensil. Well, I'll tell you what, they did very well. That's good strength out there, Mammoth. To survive that, barely a scratch. And the little shoes. Still on the move. The washing machine took a bit of a blow. Burn that bot. Well, chuck it with the rest of the rubbish anyway. Sorry if I've called one of your little tiny titans rubbish, but that's the name of the game. Bernard. Don't think about taking on Sir Killer. He's pushing Sir Killalot. Bernard was trying to push Sir Killalot into the pit. That's like an ant pushing an elephant. Still, DTK pushes Alienator. Cease is called. The judges will have to decide which 2 from 3 go through.
A flipping furious featherweight frenzy that was. They might be featherweights, but it all got heavy out there. 4 are down, 3 still mobile. Gonna have to go to the judges. While they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
Well, there we saw the first of them to go, very, very slowly. A slice out of cutlet. Staglet beetled its way in. Mammoth upended. Typhoon Cadet flipped and flew. We thought Alienator was out, but he ran away from the ref bot and survived to make the judge's decision.
Well, guys, fantastic fight, furious action. 3 robots left standing. The judges have had to make a decision based on style, control, damage and aggression. And they've gone for DTK and Bernard! I really wanted you to win. How do you feel about that?
Don't mind.
You don't mind? You're disappointed not to get through to the final.
We were beached for a bit. The chain come off the weapon, and we were stuck on our own chain, and that's what the problem was. I think that's why we lost. But yeah, but it's not damaged.
You did very well, though, guys. You did very well. I like the featherweights and the little ones because it just seems like it's harder work, really.
Yeah, it is. It's more fiddly than the big one.
Now, is that one as dangerous as Dan Tomkir is in real life, in the big one?
If he drives it properly, does as he's told. Steve was drive on this one.
Were you driving, were you?
Yeah, I was driving on that one, yeah.
Was he doing as he was told?
Same as you don't on the big one, and I'm screaming at you. But no, I mean, they are really fiddly. I mean, yeah, we decided to build that one. There's something to do.
Bit of a nasty streak, though, trying to push little robots into Matilda's spinning wheel.
I was trying, yeah.
I know you was.
We're all friends in love and war, you know.
So you're into the featherweight final later on in the series. How do you feel about that?
Great.
How did you think your guys done? How do you think the robot performed?
Yeah, it did great.
Featherweight final. Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Do you think you can win it?
Yeah.
All right, then. You didn't do any damage to yourself, did you?
No.
Well, there you go. Good luck. Let's hear it for the featherweights!
And back to the main event after the break. Will the UK champs, Tornadoes, survive the leveller? And who will last the longest in a brutish bash, U2 or Tetanus Booster? If you've just joined us, you've missed a terrific first round battle, an early shock or two for Leveller 2 in the yellow from Barbarous, and in the black, Tetanus Booster who lurked, but Leveller then smirked as Barbarous was poleaxed and dropped.
Welcome back to Robot Wars, where 4 robots have survived the first round melees. But how will they cope going one-on-one? Let's find out.
Craig coming up, Tetanus Booster against U2 in a moment. But first up, Leveller 2 against Tornado, and James with them in the pits.
Here they are, the number 1 seeds and reigning champions through to the next round, obviously. What are you doing?
We're just getting ready to put whatever weapons module we'll use in. What we're using, we need to decide when we find out who we're fighting.
Leveller.
Right.
Leveller 2, who's just there. Should I tell them? Should I break the bad news to them that they're actually in the ring with you lot?
I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
What would be your biggest nightmare?
Well, the biggest nightmare would probably be to fight the champion. Oh dear.
Oh,
Your biggest nightmare's about to come true, young man. You're about to fight Tornado.
Oh, well done.
How do you feel?
It's okay. After being through with the spinners, he can only push me about.
Leveller 2.
Needs to get the flipper working early. The two David McLachlans up there in the control pod with Lee Hattersley on the left.
Tornado.
The champions, Andrew Marchant, David Gamble, and Brian Moss there in the middle.
Roboteers, stand by.
And in the arena for the house robot, Shunt there lurking in this CPZ corner, and Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Tornado quickly out of the traps. Leveller 2 misses the first flip, not the second. Don't worry about that. Tornado is an invertible robot. It can run both ways up. Technically, it's not a Shreemecking robot, a self-righting robot, but slams Leveller 2 into the CPZ. We've already seen damage sustained by Leveller 2 earlier on in this heat. Tornado with a little bit of a push, and again, see almost like the make do and mend on the back of Leveller 2. Few plasters there in the blue. Tornado pushing Leveller 2 again into a dangerous area. They can't get away. Tornado's turn of speed is remarkable. They've got the interchangeable weaponry. You see there they've got like a bulldozer scoop now involved. On the front. The spinning disc as well, just flicking out, you may well see. Good, experienced driver is Andrew Marchant. Knows all about winning this competition. Leveller 2's ground clearance 5 centimetres, always likely to be too high. David McLachlan, 14 years of age, driving. First time on Robot Wars. They've done well to get through their first battle, but it looks ominous for them now. A little flick of the flipper against Shunt. It was no more than show, a macho show, because the pit is descending. And their hopes now are just beginning to drain away. They've been mercilessly pursued by Tornado. There's Killalot coming in. Once it senses a prey, it closes in for the kill. Just maybe got a sense of the speed of it all out there, did you? It has Leveller 2 now in its clutches. Tornado with underneath. Leveller 2, where will it go? Out of the arena. Sir Killalot actually rarely dumps a beaten machine out of the arena. Prefers to pit it, broil it, charcoal it a little bit, tease it in other words. Onto the flames. The 800 watt at 24 volt motors of Leveller 2. Withstanding the flames, but surely not Sir Killalot on a second surge. A brave little flick of that flipper once more. You are never, ever gonna flick Sir Killalot. I think it has happened before in Robot Wars, but surely not in this battle. Shunt with the axe. And again. There's Brian Moss in the Tornado control pod. He's in charge of the weaponry. A side slam on Leveller 2. Again, look, relentless. I think Tornado once again will prove the machine to beat in Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. Leveller 2, this has been so plucky. Really very, very determined display by David McLachlan driving. Good at the controls until that moment when perhaps he ducked and dived one last time to get a little bit of respite from the Tornado boys. Good display, Leveller 2, but not good enough.
Well, Leveller battered. Absolutely battered, consigned to the pit of oblivion. The reigning UK champions, Tornado, they go storming on. Well, Leveller 2, your first time on Robot Wars. What did you think when you saw the draw and you drew the reigning UK champions?
I thought, well, there's only one thing we can do. We can either win or we can lose. And barring a miracle, we lost, but we're very pleased to get this far.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Leveller 2! I thought you guys might go away and put a weapon on your robot.
What, you mean you couldn't see it? It was moving that quickly?
It is quite fast, isn't it?
Yeah, so it does about 9,000 RPM.
But it's a bit boring. It's just a box on wheels.
Well, that was boring, was it?
It was, well, it was quite explosive as well. It's a good battering ram, isn't it?
Yeah, it batters things, but all credit to Leveller 2, it stood up to it. It was still going at the end.
It certainly did. There's a new generation of robot as well. I mean, you've seen some of these ones coming through the trials, which they haven't seen on television. Could be the year of the flipper, couldn't it?
Could be, you never know.
A lot of good flippers out there.
There's a lot of good flippers, a lot of good discs. It's getting very hard now. Tornado, it's been around a while, but it still does the job.
It's still doing the business. All right, guys, good luck.
Thank you.
You're the reigning UK champions. Let's see if you can go all the way and make it for a second time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Team Tornado!
At the damage on damage cam. Let's have a look here. So you've got a bit there going on.
That was kill a lot.
That was kill a lot. This
two
was
bits
shunt.
there. That was shunt.
Because you got a bit of a kick in from the house robots towards the end, didn't you? And down here, you've got all this going on.
Yeah, that's from going under the robots. It does take the paint off and mark
But I do have a feeling this is just superficial damage.
It's all superficial damage, yeah. There's nothing wrong with the machine. Nothing. We could go in now and have another fight with some charged batteries and maybe get a bit more bashed.
Yeah, that old Titanic only took superficial damage as well. Tornado through. We'll meet either U2 or Tetanus Booster.
You're fighting U2.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
You got any problems with that?
Nobody likes flippers. Nobody likes flippers. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Can go either way.
So what would your tactics be against U2?
Hit him hard.
Yeah. Hard and quick.
Yeah, and try and keep away from the front.
Yeah. What would your tactics be against Tetanus Booster?
We'll get a flipper underneath the back of him and just keep turning him over.
Well, you're going to be fine, aren't you? Do you think you'll win?
There's more than 50% we're going to win, but...
70%?
Yeah, I'd say.
Tetanus Booster.
Fourth wars for this team. They've never been out of the heats. Paul Snook, son Conrad there in the middle driving Luke Angel at the weapons on the right.
U2.
Been in the robot wars with Lamsey before. Ian Lockhart, his son Scott, who's 10, and Tony Debrell in there with him as well.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robot shunt, bottom of your picture there, and the CPZ and Sir Killalot with the deadly blinking eyes.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, we will be heading off to the heat final, with or without you two, as they come in side by side with Tetanus Booster. The two teenage boys, Conrad and Luke, at the controls of Tetanus Booster on the right-hand side, beginning to smoke. U2 at the moment still hasn't found what they're looking for out there. A little push back again. Be fighting from here until New Year's Day, unless U2 can get some sort of control on Tetanus Booster. The sparks will fly. No one really gaining any advantage in the war zone arena, where there is no place to hide and where the streets have no name. And Tetanus Booster is feeling the pain, like I'm sure you all are, of all these awful U2 puns. They're stuck up in our Joshua tree with the controls, looking down the U2 boys. Now, can they have one shove, or will it be a case of perhaps doubling their chances? Pushing all the way to the old Emerald Isle? I don't know. U2 on Tetanus Booster. Beyond the flames of the ref pot, we see metal flying. That's the first moment of decision in this second round battle. Tetanus Booster with a little bit of a jab, but suddenly the pace picks up. There, a little bit of a buckle on the U2 armament there. Steel frame, aluminium tread plate panels. Very strong steel frame for U2. No armour underneath though. but Tetanus Booster can't flip them because they have the spinny disc. The pit release button depressed. Is the disc of Tetanus Booster working? I wonder now if you two have them on the edge of defeat. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Trey Bono, the push there from you two on Tetanus Booster. No, I'll have to stop. This is just getting out of hand, boys and girls, isn't it? And if you've never heard of the band U2, for the last minute and a half, you would have absolutely no idea what I've been talking about. But anyway, Tetanus Booster back to the battle, pushed away by U2 into the CPZ. And the clock will tick down, so the judges will have to decide who will be the pick to go through to the heat final. Goodness me, that was close. U2 or Tetanus Booster? They'll decide. Martin Smith, Professor Noel Sharkey and Matt Irvin. U2, good full frontal slam, no damage caused though. The Tetanus Booster, whose blade was spinning at that moment, smoking a little bit to gain traction. Good forward onslaught on U2. I think U2 took more damage. Good driving there as well. Did it take more damage? The judges will mark on style, control, damage and aggression. Ah, that could prove decisive. I think that came off U2. That could prove the moment where this battle was won or lost. I don't know, I can't pick. It is that close. What do you think?
And the judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage and aggression. And as far as I'm concerned, it's extremely controversial. They've gone for Tetanus Booster! Woo! Guys, don't ask me. I don't make these decisions. What do you think the judges were thinking?
I reckon they must have gone on the damage at the beginning, but we were a lot stronger at the end.
Yeah, your flipper wasn't working.
No, a pipe flew off just as we drove it out there, so we lost that. And then obviously, you know, it was hard from then on, but I thought we'd done enough.
Very disappointed?
Yeah, well, we've done all right. You know, it's nice to come and we enjoy the whole event, but yeah, disappointed to go out at this stage.
Let's hear it, you two! Whoa! What were the judges thinking? Tell me, I don't understand it.
I gotta give them the money in a minute.
But let's face it, guys. Was it a good idea winning? Because you know who you're facing in the heat final. Tornado. How do you think you're going to beat it? What's the plan?
Charge the batteries.
Charge the batteries. The thing is, Tornado is so fast. Yeah. You guys don't seem to have any real speed.
Yeah, we made a mistake. Our drive works on friction, and we overpumped the tyres up to a really high level, and it means it'll go slower. Yeah. And it drained the batteries. So we've got to let some air out the tyres and recharge the batteries.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be faster.
Let's hear it for Tetanus Booster!
They gave us a little bit of damage at the beginning, but after that I thought we took the fight.
Was it superficial damage?
Yeah, it's only little panels, it's nothing. You know, it really is nothing. We've got another layer there that they haven't even got through here. We've got 3 layers on the front, and they've only took off the first layer. So that's what it's there for, you know, to stand up to these powerful spinners that are coming through.
And coming next, the powerful spinner of Tetanus Booster against the reigning UK and European champions Tornado. Will the reigning kings have too much and once again reach the Robot Wars semi-finals? Or will there be an upset in the heat finals? In the last part of the show, the heat semi-finals, Tornado, the reigning UK champs, slamming Leveler 2 into submission. And U2 and Tetanus Booster, very, very close until the crowd and the judges roared Tetanus Booster through.
Welcome back to Robot Wars. It's been an incredible night to be around the war zone, and the best is yet to come. Just 2 robots left. They are preparing for tonight's final.
Tetanus Booster against Tornado. Who do you fancy? Who are the favourites? I have my views.
Talk me through your weapon. What is the weapon you have on this time?
Now we've fitted an electric lifter. Now the plan is to try and lift Tetanus up and possibly dump them in the pit or take them to a house robot. Who knows?
Who do you think is going to win this? The one with the most power or the one with the best weapon?
I don't know, there's going to be a lot of luck involved. I think we're very evenly matched. It is going to be a case of who gets the better of who first and delivers them either to the pit or a house robot.
Is there anything you can do to counteract them doing that, to trying to lift you up and put you in pits?
Very, very good driver, very powerful machine, and they never leave you alone. You always only ever see the front of them. They never turn round. They're always on you.
Are you feeling nervous at the minute?
Yes, but it's too late for that
now. They're the pick of the bunch. They're about to feel the crunch as we let the heat final begin.
Tetanus Booster.
I think the bookies would have these very much as the underdogs, the challengers. Paul Snook on the left-hand side, the captain, but he describes himself as the dog's body as Conrad and Luke take over.
Tornado.
Can anything beat the reigning champions with the electronic lifter? Andrew Marchant, David Gamble, Brian Moss, Brian in the middle, Andrew on the left.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots. Cassius Chrome is back. Our boxing machine. And Shunt, our bulldozer.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
For a place in the semi-finals of Robot Wars, the 7th Wars. Tornado gets in underneath Tetanus Booster. So the tactic to get in underneath early on working. Tetanus Booster high. Ground clearance 5 centimetres, too much really. They've done brilliantly to push and shove and spin their way this far. And look, Tornado is on them straight away like a dog with a bone. Slamming them into Cassius Crow. The shunt cam picked it up. There is no hiding place. No respite for Tetanus Booster. Where will they get a boost from out there in the war zone? Onto the angle grinder. Tornado gnawing away. Persistent, pushing. Tetanus Booster can gain no traction. Slam. Pan. Best of the bunch. Munch, munch, munch for Tornado's lunch. Tetanus Booster. The pit open. Yawning. Well, if I was Tetanus Booster and I was driving, if I was Conrad Snook or Luke Angel at controls, I'd go straight for the pit. I must admit. And regroup, rebuild after running away, basically. Live to fight another day. Tearing great chunks out of the arena floor. Did you see that then? Again, bashed. Comes away. You can see the little fist coming in from Cassius Crow. Dodged effectively by Tetanus Booster. So still driving at this very late stage. Tornado manoeuvring to come in on another frontal assault. This is what Paul Snook and the Tetanus team was saying. You never see Tornado's rear end. Unlike Matilda's when she comes into the arena. Which is none too pleasant for any of us. Andrew Marchant. Do you see him? So concentrated, so focused. Hang on, is Tornado okay? Yes, it is. I thought for a minute there, the reigning champs might have just been unnerved, but no. Again, Tetanus Booster trying, I think, really to dodge and survive. Almost upended. That would be the end. If they can get them stood up on that rear end, there's no way Tetanus Booster could right, I don't think. They might wobble. That surely is the end for Tetanus Booster. The pit there. No, they've still dodged it. So tremendously brave performance by Tetanus Booster ends right now, and Tornado, the reigning champs, continue the defence of the crown. Unlucky the Tetanus Booster team. They've met just about the best there is in Robot Wars. That machine.
What Tetanus Booster should have took his jabs. Tornado, they go through to the series semi-finals. Tetanus Booster. This is the furthest you've ever got, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you feel when you knew you were going to fight the reigning UK champions?
Very happy. Very, very happy. No, we were. If you're going to go out to anyone, go out to the best. You know?
You put up a good fight, though, didn't you? I mean, I think something's broken on their robot, anyway.
Yeah, we broke the lifter, I think.
Yeah.
We were probably one of the first hits.
Yeah.
But it still works as a wedge. So we was on top of him for a lot of the way. That's why the batteries lasted.
Well, good luck, guys. Go and work on the robot. Come back bigger, better and stronger.
Let's hear it, Tetanus Booster!
Can I just say, that was brilliant driving. Absolutely brilliant driving. And what adaptations to the robot have you made for this fight?
We put our lifter on, electric lifter.
But the lifter broke, though, didn't it?
We had a sort of plan not to use it for about the first minute of the fight.
Yeah.
And about 45 seconds in, Brian started lifting. I shouted, "No, Brian, stop lifting, not yet!" And I think that's when they got a decent hit in on it, and it stopped.
Yeah.
So they've probably broken one of the gears in the actuators.
So it's all your fault.
That was not when the lifter went, because the lifter came down again afterwards.
Hey,
We'll sort this out later.
Bit of a tiff here, bit of a tiff. So you're through the series semi-finals. You're the reigning UK champions. Everyone wants a piece of you. Do you think you can survive in the arena and go all the way again?
We'll do our best. It might do it.
They've really got the crowd on the side, haven't they? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the UK reigning champions, Team Tornado! Well, once again, the tornado has blown down the doors. The reigning champions are back on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
In our next heroic chapter, Exterminator, the number 11 seed returns, so do Major Tom. Killer Carrot is back, and who will end up on the rack?
Hoping to have no points on Pointless next on Challenge. Praying they'll have no points on their licenses on Pick. Meanwhile, dangerous drivers are up in Road Wars.